Business. We have the business. Business has been had. Take that, fucker. Aww. It would be a shame if we got all those back, right? It was a shame. Apparently it was a shame. What's going on, YouTube? So right now we have Dr. Laserfingers. It's a fantastic deck, super fun. It did pretty well. I was actually very surprised on how good it did. So we utilized, of course, Tezzeret, who is Dr. Laserfingers himself, and a bunch of artifacts, plus Dance the Manse, and then a few board wipes, because obviously you need board wipes. Biggest thing, we have Golden Egg. Really, just when it comes into play, you draw a card. We don't really care about anything else. You have the 2-tap sacrifice it, you gain 3 life. That's very good if you need it, but really we just use it to draw a card. We have the Guild Globe. When it comes into play, draw a card. It's usually what we use it for. We will also use it to cast Dance of the Manse. For the 2 colorless tap, sacrifice it, add 2 mana of different colors. So when we want to Dance of the Manse, we return up to X target artifact and or non-aura enchantment cards with the converted mana cost X or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. If X is 6 or more, those permanents are 4/4 creatures in addition to their types. So basically what you do is you use 2 mana and sack Gilded Globe to put it in the graveyard, and use that same mana for Dance the Manse and bring it back as a creature, which is actually really cool, kind of like a little synergy thing going on. We also have Mazemind Tome, which is a fantastic card. 2 mana, you get to tap to put a page counter on it to scry, which is really good on turn 2. You can find the lands that you want, or board wipe, whatever it is that you need. You can pay 2 and tap it to put a page counter on it and draw a card, which is obviously very good because card advantage is great. When there are 4 or more page counters on it, you exile it, and if you do, you gain 4 life. This is good and bad. Gaining life is always very good, of course. It sucks that you exile it because you can't bring it back with Dance the Manse, but it's still very good. We have Grim Tutor. This is really just to find either our Tezzeret or a Doom Foretold, more likely than not. So Grim Tutor, you get to search your library for a card, put it into your hand, then shuffle your library, you lose 3 life. Then of course we have Shatter the Sky. Each player who controls a creature with power 4 or greater draws a card, then destroy all creatures. It's just a great card in general, good board wipe. And then we have Kaya's Wrath, destroy all creatures. You gain life equal to the number of creatures controlled that were destroyed this way. Doom Foretold, this is kind of what the deck mostly revolves around. At the beginning of each player's upkeep, that player sacrifices a non-land, non-token permanent. If that player can't, they discard a card, they lose 2 life, you draw a card, you gain 2 life, and create a 2/2 white knight creature token with vigilance, then you sacrifice Doom Foretold. So this is great, especially if you bring it back with Dance the Manse and multiple copies. If you somehow get all 4 Doom Foretolds in the graveyard, and then you Dance the Manse, bring all of them back, they're all 4/4 creatures, and then on their turn they have to sacrifice 4 permanents, which is ridiculous, or they have to discard 4 cards and you get 4 creatures. It can be crazy. Solemn Simulacrum, this is also very good. You get to ramp with it. When it enters the battlefield, you may search your library for a basic land card, put it into the battlefield tapped, then shuffle your library. When it dies, you may draw a card. Again, just card advantage. You can also bring it back with Dance to the Manse, which allows you to search your library, thin out your deck a little bit more. So we just added this after the fact, after these games, so you won't see it in these games. And so with that, I think we need to add more basic lands with this. Obviously, because we have 4 of them, we're only running 4 basic lands. So I think I might want to add 1 or 2 more basic lands, maybe just 1 island, just in case we really need to find it. And then, of course, we have Tezzeret, because he is the Laserfingers. Very important. So, creatures and planeswalker spells you cast have affinity for artifacts. This essentially can make Solemn Simulacrum in like just free. Just free. If you have any other artifacts, I mean, playing a 0 mana cost 2/2, searching for a land, it's great. It's amazing. His +2, it deals X damage to each opponent, where X is the number of artifacts you control, and then you gain X life. And it does a cool laser animation. It's like, it's fantastic. The -3, return target artifact card from your graveyard to your hand. We rarely use this, but we can if we need to. The -8, exile top 10 cards of your library. Put all artifact cards from among them onto the battlefield. It's pretty much self-explanatory. We also don't really use this. He usually dies before them, but we usually want to just hit them with laser fingers. Outside of that, it's just a bunch of lands so that we can cast everything. It's a pretty straightforward deck. Really just revolves around Doom Foretold, making them sacrifice everything as a heavy control deck, and then blasting them with laser fingers after we bring everything back with Dance the Manse. So that's the general idea of the deck. It's pretty fun and it worked well. I didn't expect it to work well, but it did. So if you like these types of decks, I would highly recommend it. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to the channel, like it, and most importantly, I would say just share the video. If you like stupid decks like this, obviously just share it with your friends. We still do the deck naming competition, so if you have a good deck name, we're going to put them all on a list and in a poll. Whoever wins that deck naming poll will get a shout out in the video, and the deck will be named after them, and then they will get the choice of what card to brew around next. So if you want to be involved in that, just leave a comment in the comment section below. All right, time for some lasers. Missing out on Oathkaya? That's true. It's true. All right, what do we take out for Oathkaya? I don't even know what I'm supposed to... I mean, I know what I'm technically supposed to do in this deck, but... Scry for some more artifacts, shall we? They're running vampires or Vito? Maybe running Vito because they have black. It's probably a Vito deck. Let's go ahead and just look for a Doom Foretold like as soon as possible. I knew it! Rude. Let's try to get an untapped land, I suppose. I mean, I do want to land regardless. It's pretty good. Yeah, I should have kept that alive, but I don't know. Let's just go ahead and kill it. Let's just go ahead and kill it. It's too risky not to. We're gonna have to sacrifice it ourselves, but... Just kidding. All right, got the Vito. Got the Vito. Put with the fucking tech. I know, right? The Lazer.
Don't you see? You have already lost.
The undead make great minions. This looks like a fun new toy.
Alright. This is not healthy for us. We got rid of 2 of our Doom Foretolds. Man, that's rough. I mean, we got rid of 2 of their Vitos, they got rid of 2 of our Doom Foretolds. So it's like even. The fuck is that? 2, 3, 4, 2, 6, 7. Dang it. Not quite.
You should just concede.
We get their Lily and their whatchamacallit.
They were a lousy servant anyway.
Yeah, that was pretty big dick.
Now I see what you're doing. Well, do we even care about any of this shit? Not really? Alright. Let's just do 1 Demuge. This is very much not healthy. Pain is temporary.
And then just draw a card with like one of these. Shove a few artifacts. More meme, like Helm of the Host. Golem. Probably.
My artifacts give them strength.
Do we shatter here? Just to save our Tezzeret? Yeah. Right, it's like turn 12 and we're both at 20 HP. Don't you dare kill my planeswalker. Gonna draw the same two. Yeah, but, you know. What's wrong with doing it anyway?
This should strike fear into you.
Well, that's both of our Dance the Manses, though, which is sad. We milled one of them.
I may bend, but I will not break.
Ooh. Pretty good. Zzzt.
This is just the beginning.
And we're gonna plus Tezzeret before I draw a card from Tome. This is like a slow fucking game. Back one of the other tomes from the graveyard. Yeah. That was cool. Had so many enchantment and artifact removal, I know, right?
More power.
Got it. Rawr.
You piece of poo-poo-doo-poo! Pa-pee-pee!
It's alright. Finally. Final fucking Lee. It was grindy as shit, but we made it. So we call this deck grindy as shit. Emery Laser Fingers. There we go. Emery Laser Fingers. Where's mono red when you need them? Right? This might be mono white. But mono white that goes first is not mono white that we enjoy. Idol of Endurance, Transwand, Arcanus Own, Solemn Simulacrum, Helm of the Host. And Golem, of course. Yeah, there's a lot of things we could do with that. But then you have to tell me what to cut. Damn, that tech, though. That tech, though. Karn could help you produce more artifacts faster, get rid of Emery. Well, Emery was like part of it. It's a good thing we have a Shatter. We bluffed the opponent by playing a good card into them thinking we don't have Shatters. 5 head. 5 head. Please don't have a Mortify randomly. I would be forever sad if you had a Mortify. Vito? That wasn't nice. We're just trying to gain some life right now, get a couple blockers. Or we can't, never mind. I forgot how that works. Forgot how that works, chat. It's fine though. It's fine. Need a land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, should have scryed first. It's fine. It's fine. Ooh. Doom Foretold would have been sweet. Ozlith. Awesome. Need to just scry there. I believe in the land drop. Alright, it wasn't a land drop. Spoiler alert, wasn't a land drop. It's fine. We won. Even by punting, we still won. It's okay. Never believe. I always believe. Always believe. Because there's always going to be that one time that you believe and it works, and then you look like a god of magic. That's pretty much what it is. Okay, we can do this. Only tapped lands. We'll top deck another land. Promise. Believe in the land drops, chat. I believe in the land drops. Waifu's the master. Yeah, he is. Waifu's a monster. Told you. Not the one we wanted, per se, but it's fine. Cleansing Nova off the top. And he gets it. Yeah, he'll have like one of them in his deck, and he gets it. Like, what the fuck? Why did I put a stop there? I'm gonna have to smooth out my draws because I'm not getting lands. Don't you fucking dare. Why would you even look at it? You can't do anything to it, I hope. Tedious Delirium. Got it. We're gonna need another white source. So that we can Kaya's Wrath. Shit. Right. No, stop it. What are you doing, deck? Deck, please. Deck, please. Please don't have like 28 creatures in your hand. Oh no. That's not good either. Give me a fucking white source. Jesus. Oh, god damn it, that was close. I think I might actually draw a card from this and just play my golden egg. Just because I don't trust me not getting land drops. See? Told you. Never didn't have it. Never didn't have it except for the first like 28 turns. Lasers! Destroy them with lasers.
I'm a fire in my laser!
Come on, let me hit you at least once before you give up. Don't surrender. Let me... You did it. We got 2 lives. Got 2 lives. It's a sweet combo, though. Oh, come on! Opponent. Why you gotta be like that? So eventually, we'll just make them sacrifice that binding. 1, 2, 3, 5. Yeah. So we can sacrifice these two. And then we can dance the Manse back. What's she doing, opponent? Can make a creature and then draw a card and then sacrifice your Dawn of Hope? Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Did they just skip their whole turn? No. Yeah. Wait. But why? But why, though? You got it. Fuck you. You are sacrificing your Dawn of Hope and your Banishing Light. They're mine! Mine, I tell you? What up, Arbor? How's it going, mine? I'm about to laser the fuck out of these people. Well, I mean, I only get like one laser.
You're not impressed.
A laser for 1 damage. Okay. Ooh, I should have sacrificed the one that wasn't. Short question. Did you start your stream later than Sunday or Monday? I have a stream early on Saturday and Sunday because I have a lot of European viewers on the weekends. But I have a day job, so during the week I start my stream like an hour and a half after I get off work. Got it. I'm doing fantastic, though. Thank you. Yeah, you can always look at my schedule down below. One, two, three, four, five, six. Give me a land. Neither of those are lands. Sweet. Ha ha ha! Take that fucker. Take that fucker. Woo! This deck is doing things. I don't know how or why. Don't surrender, opponent. I want to kill you with lasers. It's cool. Some things work for my phone. I'm here on the weekends. I have school in an hour. God damn. Huh. Okay. Yeah. Aww. But I was gonna -8, and I was gonna play the other Tezzeret, and I was gonna laser. I wanted to laser people. Huh. Okay. Got some early artifacts. 3 lands, Snapkeep. Hello, Louise Doltra Jr. I have real skull since 3 weeks ago or so. Oh, nice. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. What up, Niz? Just like all of this. Oh, it's very bad. Oh, come on. Give me a fucking break. Or play land. And Guild Globe for Emery. Yeah. Gonna need a Wrath. Yeah, there we go. So I'm gonna block that, for sure. I don't know what he gives Mentor, but I don't think it really matters. Sweet. We will need one. We'll need one. Alright, we did it. And I think we actually draw a card with the tome. We'll play Emery first. Okay, a third one. Plays Fabled Passage, that's odd. Oh, it must be with the goblin that you can look at the top of your deck. Maybe that's what it's for, so you can shuffle the top card. Well, lived in Arizona for 6 years back in the day. And I have to say, one of the best states I've lived in ever. Always think of moving back. Arizona's the shit. I love Arizona. I've lived in, I lived in Linwood, Washington, which is like 30 miles north of Seattle, which I also really, really liked. I lived there for a couple years. I lived in Colorado Springs for a year. I would never go back. I go back to visit my friends, but fuck Colorado Springs. Ow. Definitely gonna have to scry with this shit. One, two, three, four. Okay. Gonna need some lands. So we have to be able to do this for 6. maybe get up to 120, but it's a different kind of heat. I don't mind it. I don't mind it at all. Oh yeah, I should have drawn, I suppose. Do suppose I should have drawn. It's very dry heat. Yeah, but I don't know. I don't go outside too much. And it's like when I do go hiking, it's in like early, like fall, winter-ish. So it doesn't really affect me a whole lot. Please don't have a shock. He's gonna have to do 4 damage. So hopefully he doesn't top deck a risk factor. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Why didn't we attack? Because I didn't know if he had fasty boys. Oh, these have vigilance. Just kidding. I'm gonna Wrath here. For the life. For the life. Then I'm gonna dance Manse next turn. All right. Win. Woo. I'll have to do that next time. Yeah, I didn't even think about it. Card draw. We have 2 Kaya's Wraths, which is great. So we Grim Tutor? Yeah. Let's get a Doom Foretold. And we Wrath next turn, which is great. Hopefully we get a land. Oh, beautiful. Value. Value. Rawr. Hell yeah. It's cute that you think that's gonna save you. Rawr.
A few minutes later.
Would have been a nice delay. That was like a hard counter for us, though. Well, that was like a hard counter to our deck. That's like lame. Don't like that. Gonna need another white source. There we go. Just sick of bent ramp standard? I think a bunch of people are. I'm pretty sure you're not the only one. Oof! They can't do 5 damage to us. I'm gonna draw a card with the last one. Might as well. Might as well. We did it. Once again. Once again. We did the things. Did the things. You do have to deal with some shit that you don't have to deal with in standard. Just kind of frustrating, but that's fine. I would much rather deal with the variety of brain dead shit than the same fucking deck that's just really frustrating to go up against. That makes sense. "20 minutes ago, I was like, okay, I'll watch the next match and head over to school. These games are so short." They are. But they're great. They're great games. Whoop. Emery. It's rude. That's rude. You got another Bone Crusher? A Bony Boy? They had another Bony Boy. Who'da thunk it? No, our Tezzeret. Rude. That is a fantastic target for Doom Foretold. You know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? Well, Hmm. Fuck. No, we didn't get any of them. We can't kill that, can we? No, we cannot. We can't discard this Doom Foretold. That's why I was just like, oh, I'll try to mill some shit. So that eventually when we get our Dance the Manse, you know? Should probably find a way to kill that. Need to Dance the Manse. Dance would be great. Huh. Wow. Opponent has a massive hard counter to our deck. That's a little ridiculous. Holy shit. Oh my gosh. That's nice. One, two, three, four, five, six. Any artifacts moving here? One, two, three. Three? We have three fucking artifacts? What? It's pretty good. Blue, white. Okay. Let's draw a couple cards, shall we? Look, another card we can't play. Do we still have Tezzerets? Do, right? This is convenient. It's very convenient. Ah. Assume he plays his Realm Cloak Giant. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Did it. One, two, three, four, five, six. All right, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Aww, but opponent, you were doing so well. You were doing so well. What happened? We had all these cool blue lines. All these super cool blue lines coming out to... Like, we were just gonna draw some cards. That's it. That's it. Discard the Dooms, then dance again? Yeah. Elemental Salt. Well, that was funsies. I'm still not really a huge fan of Doom Foretold. I'm just not a fan. I also don't really like Emery in this deck. I think Emery could be best used in other places. Or best used in other places being not this deck. Really? Okay, I guess we'll just have 3 isolated chapels then. Guess we'll just have 3 isolated chapels then. Does Dan say you can pay 5 and bring back 5 artifacts? I think so. You may return up to X target artifacts and or non-aura enchantment creatures. Yeah. Yep. We don't have a way to kill shrines. We need to put in like 1 Helioids or something. Oh yeah, Doom Foretold. So we need a tutor for a Doom Foretold. That's what we do. It's using your thinking noodle. Cost X or less. So you can't pay, yeah, correct. Yeah, you can't pay 1 white blue. Hey. We need an untapped land for that, but, you know. Jesus. No, you can't do it. Cannot bring it back. You would have to pay 7 and those colors. Got it. We don't like that. Do not like that. Just gonna sack his Dryad, I assume. Oh, he sacks one of his shrines. It's not good. We're gonna have to tutor for a 2-mana cost thingamajig. So we don't have anything that costs 3, right? Well, if he puts down another shrine, I guess. No, let's get something that he can't kill. Something you can't kill easily, anyway. I suppose I could have gotten 2 scries off of the other one. Maybe I should have done that. I don't know. Think we shocked Landon for that? Yeah. Super happy we did. Or let's just make him sack one of those, and then we'll bring back a bunch of stuff with Dance the Manse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If we top deck a land, we're in the business. We are in the business. Come on, chat. Easy. Business. We have the business. Business has been had. Kick that fucker. Aww. It would be a shame if we got all those back, right? It was a shame. Apparently it was a shame. Yo, what up, YouTube? Yeah, we going here, Strider. Come on. You didn't really think that I was that type of person, did you? Thank you everyone so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you were even a little bit entertained by this video, please make sure to let me know down below. And if you have anything that you would like to see next, go ahead and leave that there too. And make sure to check out my live stream 5 days a week, every day except Sunday and Thursday. Stream times down below.